One question that I always get is how do I remember most of the books? Like how I take notes and how do I remember everything I read and how I use in my life. And you are the person who thinks that you cannot remember what you read, then this video is for you. Hey friends, welcome back to the another video. Today we are going to discuss how to remember what you read, because what I saw is most of the people read books but they tend to forget whatever they read. So here is the step-by-step solution that how you can remember what you read. But before we start, I want to talk about that is something called building second brain. See, our brain is not made for store the information. Our brain is made to create more and more options, more and more articles, or more and more videos, podcasts, or more and more ideas. It's not made for to store everything like whatever you read. So you have to create another brain where you can store everything. Probably I will make a video on different, like how I made my second brain in some other video. So for that video, make sure you subscribe to this channel. But talking about how to remember what you read, try always think that your brain is made to create ideas, not to store ideas. So whenever you came across any idea, any article, any good thoughts, or any good knowledge or quotes or line from the books, don't try to remember it. Try to save it somewhere. That's how you will get the knowledge. That's how you will have some quality articles for your second brain. The method that I use to remember everything is nothing but the 4R method. It's not related to Ronak. It's specifically 4R. First one is read, second one is record, third one is retrieve, and fourth one is recall. If you can use these framework in your day-to-day life, then I'm damn sure you will 90% of the time you will remember what you read. Let's talk about the first R, that is read. Whatever you are starting, whether you want to learn, whatever you want to do, the first thing you should do is read. If you don't read, then you will never remember what you read. So I'm going to treat reading as either you can read books, you can read on the Kindle, or you can read different essays, article, whatever you are there, like there are blogs, whatever you do, it's all comes under the reading. So reading is the first and most important thing when it comes to remember what you read. First you have to start with the reading. It's okay whatever you are reading, either you can read the physical books or you can read on the Kindle. The reason I read on the Kindle because this will help you in the next step. I mean in the second hour where we talk about the recording. So what happens whenever you are reading on the Kindle, if you highlight anything, it will directly save to your note app, or it will directly help you to collect all the notes. But when it comes to physical books, you have to keep your mobile with you, you have to underline those lines, and again you have to type everything on your phone or any note taking app. So that's become little bit hectic work. So that's the reason why I choose Kindle. I just buy physical books nowadays just to do showcase in the videos or just to do showcase on my Instagram. Other than that, I read most of the books on my Kindle or the audiobook app. So when it comes to reading, you have to also understand why note taking is important. By doing trial and experiment thing, you will realize that which are the notes that you should definitely take, what are the key takeaways from this book, what are the key learning from this book that you are going to apply in your life. So you have to first understand all of these things. After doing 3-4 books or after taking a lot of notes, you will realize that this is the important part, this is how I should take the notes. That's the reason the Kindle comes in a very important part. So when you finish the book, you should have all the notes either in your Kindle section or either on your note taking app. But the best way what I do is just to go on the Twitter and post all the summaries in less than 280 characters. So that's where I can put whatever I read and just a less on minimum words. That's the reason why I go for the Twitter. But if you're okay, it is okay to take a lot of notes, but try to filter all your notes. It's not necessary to take everything whatever in this book. Just to think what is really important, what things that is going to help in your future, and try to take notes of all these points only. When you are done with the reading, the next R, which is record. record everything you read, record everything at the one place, try to record everything at the one place where you can revisit it, where you can use all those data, and try to write in that format where you can easily understand whatever you recorded. Then I said you should read books on the Kindle or any other app, because it becomes ridiculously easy to record all the data or recording whatever you read, because already you have all the highlights. You just have to copy and paste, or sometimes if you are using Instapaper and everything, then it can directly sign with your Kindle and it will give you directly ready-made notes. So that's the reason why recording is important. I use two apps for the recording. First one is Google Keep app. In the Google Keep you can directly do the labeling, because that's become really easy. You can directly put hashtag and you can start labeling whatever you have read, or whatever, like if I read something from the non-fiction self-help, if I read something on the business, I can label that as a business and I can directly label that, and I can use that data after ultimately in my Notion template. So in the Notion I record like literally everything, whether it is my life, whether it is my building second brain, whether it is my book notes, whatever, all the data is there. It's directly available on the Notion, because it becomes, you can do the table thing, you can do highlights, bold sentence, you can almost do everything on the Notion app. So it's really important to understand why recording is important. After you have done all the recording season, the next R is come as a retrieve. It is nothing but structuring your whatever you read. Like it's really important to structure whatever you have read and whatever you have like notes, because see, when you take the highlights, it's just like from the chapter 1 highlight, chapter 3 highlight, chapter 7 highlight, or chapter 10 highlight. Then there are some articles where you read and there are only few highlights you take, but it's really important to visit them again and try to give ample amount of time to structure all the data. Okay, whatever you have learned from these things, these are the actual step that you should follow from this article, or these are the actual steps you have to follow if you want to find something related to article. Like, see, if you want to talk about the Ikigai book, then we all know that Ikigai, the concept of Ikigai, but what is the actual step that you should follow when finding the Ikigai? It's not like whether you should start from here, whether you should start from here, like whether you have to start. It's not like just having a glimpse of this circle. Rather, you should have a step-by-step guide or step-by-step structured article from this book or whatever book you read. That's the reason why third step is important. You have to give every week, try to give some amount of time, like whatever you read, and structure everything in such a manner that whenever you visit again, you will have a complete idea about that book or that blog or of that article. The last R of this method is called recall. Like you have to go and revisit all those notes, because see, after you have done the reading, you have recorded everything, you have given the structural data. Now whenever you are going back, or whenever you feel like like what I do is I try to revisit all my articles every quarter. Like every quarter I try to revisit that, and I try to see whether I have applied that learning in my life or not. If not, then I will highlight it and try to put it in actionable steps, that how I can use it in my real life. So that's the reason how I will remember what I read. So it's really important to understand last recall, otherwise you will just take notes and you will forget about it. You should not do that. You should revisit all your articles and you should try to read them. You should try to convert all your reading into actionable steps, and whenever you are using that actionable steps in your life, you will automatically remember what you read. Like today, if I want to talk about Ikigai, if anyone asks you what is a 4 Ikigai or what is the circle of the Ikigai, without even thinking you will say that okay, what you love, what you do things, how you will get paid, all of these 4 circles you already know, because you have read many times, you have recorded that somewhere, you have seen the images all over the internet, and you are try to think about all those pictures. That's the reason you can remember the Ikigai book, or that's the reason you can remember the concept of the Ikigai. The same way you have to apply in all areas of your life, whether it is a book, whether it is article, whether it is a blog, or whatever you are reading. Try to apply all these 4 methods and try to use them in your day-to-day life. The next method I use is nothing but sharing on the internet. That's something I really enjoy, because see, rather than putting into my brain and rather than putting into my Notion template, I would rather share with all the people in the world, and that at least they will find one step from this book, or at least they will find, even if like 1% of it's helpful, they will try to use it in their life. So what happens when you're sharing, like someone comments on that post, like they give you insight that how that helped you in your life. Like I made one video on 5 websites that pay you for writing, and I've like a lot of people commented that that really helps them to get paid for writing. So I have made this video. I just shared whatever I have with just on the internet, and how people are going to benefit with it. So it automatically gives you idea to revisit all those sentences, or if someone commented on my previous video, I just go check and what I shared in that video. So it's become really easy for me to understand how I remember what you read. And the closing thoughts are, it's not really easy. Obviously everyone has a different mental model, and everyone has a different learning curve. So you have to find your optimal learning curve, and you have to fit your brain in that space and try to understand all these factors. This is what I told today. It's something I learned from the Rahul. If you want to check another mental model and how I worked with Flipkart, Google, then make sure you check this video where I shared how I created my own luck to work with such a big company. And if you're interested to know what are the books that influenced my life, then make sure you check out this video where I shared all the books that influenced my life. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye, tata, take care.